last week. Great story about Giannis Antetokounmpo in the New York Times. They sat down with him, and he talked about his future. A lot of things, but including his future. And Rob G, do you have any of the quotes handy? Or
I do.
I know we don't have sound. Okay, so read a couple of them about, basically, Rob, he's saying he's not sure, or at least he's not ready to sign an extension with the Bucks, a long-term extension to keep himself there. And here's why. Here's what he's talking about.
Yeah, so he said, quote, I'm not going to resign unless they're, quote, all in on winning, adding later. I would not be the best version of myself if I don't know that everybody's on the same page, everybody's going for a championship, everyone's going to sacrifice time away from their family. Like, if I don't feel that, I'm not signing, he added later. Winning a championship comes first. I don't want to be 20 years on the same team and don't win another championship.
What are your thoughts on that, Rob?
My answer is real quick. If I'm the Milwaukee Bucks, trade Giannis.
He's got
Make
2 years
a
left on
phone
his
call.
deal. He's got 2 years left on his deal.
So what?
Trade him now?
Trade
Now?
Giannis. Well, no,
Now?
but as you get closer,
Oh, okay.
trade
Okay.
Giannis.
So
Trade
keep him
him.
this year. Keep him this year. Then at next summer or next season, because that would be technically his last year with you.
I would
before his
trade
player option.
Giannis. You got what you want. You're Milwaukee. You won a championship. Just like for real. Forget the headaches of these guys. You were very fortunate. He stayed. He won a championship. Everybody tried to coax him out of town. And once players start, if I'm ownership, I'm good. It's different if you never won, Chris. If you never won,
Right.
then it's a different story. Once I win, how often do you think you're going to win in Milwaukee? Not that often.
Well, they
okay?
got a chance next year. I wouldn't trade him next season or before next season because they have a legit chance to win it again.
If someone offers me a big enough deal, the idea that with 2 years left on his contract, he's talking about this already, does not make me feel good like I want to go down this road. All I'm saying is he's already given you the warning signs. And if you're a smart ownership, bail
Why
when
now, though?
Bail when his stock is at its highest, Chris, because it could be this year if the deal's right. Now, if it's not, I'll wait another year. I'll wait. But I'm talking about if somebody offers me a great deal to get me a great young player who's under contract or I have control over for the next 4 or 5 years and 2 other pieces for Giannis, I'll make that trade. I would trade Giannis every day and tomorrow and at this point. I got what I needed out of him, which was the championship. And you're fortunate if you're Milwaukee. People don't want to stick around. The way the league is set up, everybody wants to move around. Nobody why? Why you should make the move and not allow them to wait or hurt their value by dictating only one place they want to go, like you have with Damian Lillard. The unexpected, Chris, if you make phone calls and keep it on the QT and teams find out he's available, you'll get a haul.
Right. Well, I don't disagree that you would get a haul. There's no question about that. But I would keep him this year because, like you said, they got a legit chance to win the championship. We'll see if they do. But he's locked up for the next 2 years. And then he has a player option for the 3rd year. So I would not trade him now. Unless it was a trade that was not a young guy that I'm going to be great for the next 10 years, because I think I'll be able to get that next offseason. This year, it would have to be a trade that would make me better now and give me a better chance of winning a championship. I would keep him. I would keep him for a year. No doubt. We going for it. We are going for the ring.
I'd trade him ASAP if the right deal came around. If the right deal.
Why not go for the ring now? Why not go for a second ring?
Because you've already won a ring, and the chances, I'm being realistic. The chances, you could say, they're going to win again, or they got to. I don't know, Chris. I'm not that convinced that they are.
Well, nobody knows.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Don't you think they're a contender?
Yeah, of course. But if I can reset and not be at next year. This dude could say, I want out and I only want to go to Miami, or I only want to go to the Lakers, or I only want to go there. And now my hands are tied. They're already showing you what these players do. So if I'm ownership, I'm going to be one step ahead. He's already did the interview. He's talking about this. He's already talking about leaving. He's got 2 years left on his contract. He could have said, I'm not addressing that. I'm under contract. When that time comes, I'll deal with it. That's not what he said.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can easily say that.
I hear you on that. I totally agree. And look, I do think sometimes, Rob, with Giannis, I think sometimes it's naivete with him. Not growing up in America, not knowing how the media always works, even though he's been here now several years, not playing the media and things like that. Like, I think sometimes he just says what is really in his heart. And like when he said there's no failure in sports, all that, like he was just talking from the heart, probably not thinking that people are going to rip me for this. Whereas another athlete might have been like, man, I really feel that way, but I can't say that. And so I agree with you that the best thing would have been, because you can put them on notice. Some people speculate, well, he was putting the franchise on notice. You can do that privately. You could go tell them, look, I'm not, if indeed this is the case, I'm not happy with the direction. I don't, they're going to come to you with the contract extension as soon as possible, right? You can just say, nah, I'm not ready yet. I want to make sure that we are in a position to win a championship and that we're going to do what we need to do. But he went to the press and said it. So I'm with you there. And you are right in that if he pulled a Dame Lillard next year.
Yep.
Now you're right. You are your hands are somewhat tied. There's no,
that's what,
if he's like, I got to go to this team and that's it, New York and that's it, then your hands are tied because he can opt out, remember. And teams, if Giannis, like, let's say, Rob, I'm just throwing out the team, Orlando wanted to get Giannis and made you a good offer. And Giannis is like, I don't want to go to Orlando, and I can opt out of my contract after this season. So you can't, Orlando wouldn't even trade for him, right? So I'll give you that. But I'm of the mindset, if I'm the Bucks, I'm like, look, we have had 2 championships in our career. One with Lou Alcindor, now Kareem. One with Giannis. Kareem left us, and obviously it took us 30 some odd years, more than that, 50, almost 50 years to get back and win another championship. And so I'm trying to maximize Giannis. And I'm also, you might have a chance to keep him. And so I'm definitely going for it one more year. And then if he's not ready to sign, then yeah, I'm putting him on the market and seeing what my best offers are.
I'm ready to put him out there now. Once he said that he would be looking to move on or see what happens. To say that you don't know what the commitment is, they just won a championship. They just fired the coach. Giannis didn't play that great when they got knocked out. He missed all those free throws. He didn't play great. Like the idea, like they didn't do anything or they didn't put players around them or whatever. Chris Middleton got hurt. It wasn't like Chris. That was the same. Chris Middleton was hurt.
Chris actually played pretty well in the playoffs.
But I'm just saying, most of the season.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So I'm not looking at it like they were cheap or they didn't do anything or they're in love with the coach no matter what. They did everything they could. And at some point, be one step ahead. Don't wait for your girlfriend to walk out on you. Change the locks before it happens.